Rising from the desert sands of ancient Egypt, one civilization dared to build monuments that would defy time itself. Structures so vast, so precise, that they still baffle engineers 4,500 years later, silent witnesses to a lost age of genius. None of this was possible without the Nile. Its yearly floods brought fertile soil and food surpluses, freeing thousands of farmers from the fields each year and giving the pharaohs of the Old Kingdom a workforce and an ambition unlike anything the ancient world had seen. The site itself was chosen with extraordinary care. A limestone plateau on the Nile's west bank, solid bedrock strong enough to bear millions of tons, close enough to the river for transport, yet high enough to be seen for miles across the sacred Egyptian desert. Deep in the quarries, teams of workers cut limestone blocks using little more than copper chisels, wooden wedges, and sheer determination. Each block could weigh over 2 tons, and more than 2 million of them would be needed to build the Great Pyramid alone. Moving stone this heavy demanded ingenuity. Sleddies dragged across sand damped with water reduced friction dramatically, while wooden barges carried the largest blocks along canals cut straight to the base of the pyramid itself, a logistics operation without equal in the ancient world. Contrary to ancient myth, these were not slaves. Skeletal remains found nearby tell a different story of native Egyptian farmers, well-fed and cared for, working in organized, rotating crews during the Nile's flood season, when the fields lay underwater and hands were free. How the blocks reached such stunning heights remains fiercely debated. Straight ramps, spiraling ramps hugging the outer walls, internal zigzag paths, wooden levers to inch each stone the final distance. Every theory agrees on one thing: the sheer scale of the engineering was immense. The precision achieved still astonishes modern engineers. The Great Pyramid's base is level to within centimeters, its sides aligned to true north with breathtaking accuracy, achieved not with modern instruments but by tracking the slow, patient rotation of the stars across the night sky. At its completion, the Great Pyramid of Khufu stood taller than any structure on Earth, a record it would held for nearly 4,000 years. Over 2 million blocks, averaged 2.5 tons each, rose in perfect formation towards the desert sky. Nearby, a purpose-built town housed the workforce, bakeries, breweries, and dormitories capable of feeding thousands each day. Archaeologists have since uncovered vast quantities of bread molds and cattle bones here, evidence of a well-organized, well-provisioned operation on an industrial scale. Deep within the structure, hidden passages and burial chambers were built with extraordinary craftsmanship. Granite ceiling beams weighing many tons, narrow ascending corridors, and chambers sealed against grave robbers, a final resting place designed to protect the pharaoh for all eternity. Standing watch over the plateau, a colossal figure carved from a single outcrop of bedrock, part lion, part king, gazed eternally toward the rising sun. Even today, no one is entirely certain which pharaoh's face was carved into this silent, weathered guardian. In time, the great age of pyramid building faded. Later kings built smaller, hastier monuments, their treasuries strained, their ambitions curved. Yet even in decline, each attempt still carried echoes of the discipline and vision that had raised Giza's giants centuries before. Millenniums later, the methods pioneered on this plateau still echo through architecture and engineering worldwide, proof that ambition, organization, and sheer human ingenuity can defy the limits of any age and leave a mark that outlasts empires, kingdoms, and even time itself. Today, the pyramids of Giza still rise from the sand exactly as they have for 45 centuries, silent, immense, unyielding. A testament not to slaves or myths, but to a civilization of extraordinary skill whose achievements still humble us beneath the desert sky.